Hello, my name is Thomas Landolph, and today myself, Miles Keys, and Andrew Escorn have made a visual thinking model connecting Macbeth, our central question, two supplemental texts, and an article. So our thematic question, or essential question, was how does a person's ambition affect his or her decisions? And the texts we used were of Mice and Men, Macbeth, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of one's ambition. In Of Mice and Men, there are two friends named George and Lenny, and Lenny is a taller guy who is very slow because of his mental disability. However, he is incredibly strong, and that causes problems within the story with incidents that happen with animals and even a person. And George, who is his counterpart, who is a normal guy who's very smart, his ambitions for a normal life for himself and Lenny cause him to make decisions that are very important in life, obviously. So my first quote was, George said softly, I think I knowed from the very first, I think I knowed we never do her. He used to like to hear about it so much, I got to thinking maybe we would. My second quote was, sure, right now we gotta. And George raised the gun and steadied it, and he brought the muzzle of it close to the back of Lenny's head. The hand shook violently, but his face set and his hand steadied. He pulled the trigger. So how these two quotes really connect to our central question and Macbeth is Lenny and George's ambitions for this farm they want to buy and they want to tend rabbits on. It's really only reality in their heads, and this gets to them, and situations happen where Lenny accidentally kills a lady, and in doing so he's hunted, and that's when George realizes he has to kill Lenny to save him from this harsh reality that they know. So ambition does play a key role in how George wants to just protect Lenny. So our quote from Macbeth was on Act 2, Scene 2, page 4, and it was, whose hands are these, ha? They're plucking my eyes out. Will all the water in the ocean wash this blood from my hands? No, instead my hand will stain the seas scarlet, turning the green waters red. This connects to our essential question because all of Macbeth and Lady Macbeth's actions throughout the whole story are driven through their ambition to gain the power they feel they deserve and to keep from everyone else knowing what they've done, and in turn causes them to feel internal guilt and sorrow and sadness and even madness. For our supplemental text, it was the article, What are the advantages and disadvantages of ambition? Our quote was, ambition is sometimes uncontrollable. Some people cannot handle ambition. It may bring grief to others. So this corresponds with not only our central question but also Macbeth as like the grief. Your ambition may be strong, but the actions that the ambition is driving may bring you or the others around you great sorrow and sadness and grief. And that's what you see in Macbeth after he's killing and his wife is influencing all these murders. Both of them are grieving over the losses of like even friends, and now they're slowly descending into madness from the guilt they've contracted. And then you see in Of Mice and Men 2, George has to kill Lenny because the ambitions that they are looking for are being shattered and are no longer available. So the actions they've gone through the whole book with that ambition of trying to find this farm, trying to buy this farm, have caused them to end up in a situation that is unnecessary. So to wrap up, ambition can be dangerous, and it can also be very amazing. It can drive you to do things that you never thought you could do, that excel you in life, and then they can drive you to do things that you never thought you would do that destroy your life. You don't know what kind of person you are until those moments. And you can see that in all three of these texts, with real world evidence that shows people find grief in the ambitions they have, or in Macbeth, where you see that acting upon their ambitions causes them to lose their friends, lose their minds, and then eventually lose their lives. And in Of Mice and Men, these ambitions that both of them knew they couldn't achieve drove them to excel. However, the circumstances they were in brought upon problems they did not expect, and they had to resolve it in a way that was not what they wanted. So yes, ambition definitely affects someone's decisions and the course of their life, really. Thank you very much for watching.
Where they begin, all circles presuppose they'll end where they begin.